sure to check out Ageless Geeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredon18 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys Game of Thrones Night King. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the packaging. So we do get the same type of packaging that we got with the Jon Snow figure. So on the front here, it does display the figure and the accessories. On the top says ages 12 and up, HBO, McFarlane Toys, Night King, and Game of Thrones. And then the bottom of the packaging here, we do get the barcode of Blood Blessed, nobody cares about, nothing on the top. Then the back of the packaging, it does display the other figures in Series 1 along with the badass dragon here. But anyway, that's the packaging. Let's get this figure, but to take a closer look at this character who's probably the best figure out of all the figures in Series 1. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and McFarlane killed it with the Night King here. And out of all the human type characters in Series 1, the Night King, hands down, is the best figure in the series here. Now the face sculpt, I think, turned out awesome. I love the way the paint looks and the sculpt. Beautiful job on the head sculpt there. I like the little horns all around there. The eyes look great. It's like his head is tilted down and looking up at you. Very creepy looking, but he definitely nailed the face sculpt on the Night King here. I think it would have been cool if they made like the skin tone like a translucent plastic, kind of like how it looks in the show. I think that would have been pretty cool, but definitely awesome job on the head sculpt for the Night King. And then his clothing or his armor, I think, turned out great. Beautiful sculpt and paint all throughout it. And the shoulder pad part is like a soft rubbery type plastic. So is the torso as well. But very nice paint work and sculpt work on the front and the back there. And the arms, you can see a little bit of the skin tone up at the shoulder. Great sculpt and paint. And then we get these like wrappings around the entire arm, which look really nice. As you can see, the sculpt and paint all throughout. A little bit of blue added in there, which looks cool. And you can see like the straps on it as well, and the hands turned out really nice also. And we got like this little sash or belt here going around the waist, and then the lower portion is a soft rubbery type plastic. It is just split in 2 parts, unlike Jon Snow, who was split in 3 parts. But we get some nice like sculpt work to it and paint work as well. And for the legs here, we get similar pants to Jon Snow with that sculpted texture, as you can see. Then we do get sculpted wrinkles from the knee down to the top of the boots right there, which look really nice. And the boots look pretty cool too. I like the way the boots look. That blue and the beige added on the black there. Same with on the feet. That has more of that beige to it instead of the blue. And then the bottom, we just get one peg hole. But overall, for Night King, I think McFarlane really did an awesome job with the detail, and he definitely couldn't have done any better of a job when it comes to the paint and sculpt. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, and just like with the Jon Snow figure, we really don't get that much included with the Night King, but he is included with much cooler accessories. And one thing I do wish McFarlane would include more is interchangeable hands. Like, come on, man, why do you just gotta give us one set of hands that come on the figure? You can include like some open hands or a pair of fists with these figures, man. I know they're $20 figures, but Marvel Legends does it all the time, and so does NECA as well. So I don't want to hear that, oh, they're $20 figures, so that's why they're not included with more accessories. I know he can do it, even if he hikes it up to like 22 bucks instead of 20 bucks a figure, you know what I mean? So what we do get with Night King here, we do get his sword or spear type looking weapon, and it did break. A couple pieces broke off, as you can see them sitting right there, so be extra careful with this. It is a very brittle plastic and can break real easily, so be careful with yours. But I love the way the spear type ice piece looks here, and it does look like ice. It is a white translucent plastic, and I really dig the way it turned out. We get some nice sculpt all throughout it. I like the wrappings going around here where it meets the handle, and I like the wash that they added on the handle as well. So we do get the spear or sword type looking weapon, and then we do get his slashing type weapon, and the translucent plastic looks so much better on the slashing weapon here. It's more icy looking, more translucent, you know what I mean? This one has like more white in it, so it doesn't look as much as ice like this one here, but this thing just looks dope. Very nice sculpt all throughout the translucent plastic, and then the handle turned out really nice too with that black wash. Very cool looking weapons for the Night King. And then we do get the stand here with the peg, and it just says Game of Thrones. So that is all the accessories included with Night King. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of the Night King to the very top of his horned head. It looks like he's around 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the McFarlane Toys Fortnite Drift, the McFarlane Game of Thrones Jon Snow, the Mafex Aquaman, and the Marvel Legends Moon Knight. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Infinity War Thor, the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Gambit, the NECA Original Movie TMNT Raphael, and the NECA Ultimate Edition Jungle Hunter Predator. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectible Smoke, the SH Figuarts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for Night King's articulation, and just like with Jon Snow, I am disappointed with the movement on these Game of Thrones figures. I thought we were going to get articulation on these figures that we got with McFarlane's Fortnite figures, but we have the more original articulation with the Game of Thrones figures here by McFarlane. So we do just get one joint at the neck, and you really can't get them to look up at all. Only looks down a tiny bit, so bad forward and back movement. And then the pivot really isn't the best, but there is a little bit there, and then of course it does swivel. And then the torso, there is nothing, and then we just get that whack waist swivel, which is such a bad move by McFarlane, man. I don't know what he was thinking with the torso and the waist. No torso movement at all, and then we just get a swivel at the waist there. So disappointed with that. And then the arms do go out almost 90 degrees, so that's cool. Then they do go up and down. As you can see, the shoulder piece is a soft rubbery plastic, as I mentioned before, so it doesn't really hinder the arm going forward too much. Then we do get the true bicep swivel there. We do have single jointed elbows that bend 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. And then they do swivel as well. And then we do get the ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. And be careful, because the hands can pop off the joints there, and I wish we got extra hands with these figures, but we did not. Now for the legs here, same movement as Jon Snow and Night King. If you lift this up, he can kick forward 90 degrees, but it does get in the way just a little bit there, as you can see. Then going to the back, it goes about 45 degrees, and let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and he definitely can. So nice outward leg movement with these figures, and the forward and back movement's pretty good too. And I do have that issue with the loose legs again with Night King. Like, come on, man. But there is no swivel at the hip or the thigh right there. We do have single jointed knees that don't even bend 90 degrees, and that's where you get the swivel at the leg, as you can see there. Then the ankles do swivel. They really don't hinge up at all, really don't hinge down too much. And then the pivot really isn't the best on Night King. The boot here does hinder his ankle articulation, as you can see there. But overall, like I said with Jon Snow, you're really not going to be able to pose the hell out of these figures, because the articulation just isn't there in spots that it is really needed. And McFarlane is backtracking with the articulation with these Game of Thrones figures, and you're not going to be able to get them in too many poses. I'm going to show you what type of poses you could try to get them into right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the McFarlane Toys Game of Thrones Night King. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an even 7. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine online off Amazon, so you can check with online retailers, or you can check with local shops like Target or your local comic book shop. And Ageless Geeks does not carry McFarlane Toys in stock, but you can get your other figures and collectibles from agelessgeeks.com, and I would recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. So we do get the same type of packaging that we got with the Jon Snow figure. So on the front here, we do get blah, 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 blah. Displayed with the accessories. On the top says Age of Self. Blah, 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 blah. The Revoltech Gambit. The Raoult. Blah, 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 blah. So that is awesome. Then we do have a double joint. Double jointed. What the heck is going on here? Damn you!